until the conclusion of the reading of the affirmation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Matthew William Ambler.
May it please the court, I move that Matthew William Ambler be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Matthew William Ambler be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Carl Joseph Azar.
May it please the court, I move that Carl Joseph Azar be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Carl Joseph Azar be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Raymond Bazuni.
May it please the court, I move that Raymond Bazuni be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Raymond Bazuni be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zoe Gwen Carter.
May it please the court, I move that Zoe Gwen Carter be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zoe Gwen Carter be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nachaya Chawipat.
May it please the court, I move that Chawipat be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Nachaya Chawapat be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ying Chia Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Ying Chia Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ying Chia Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Timothy Arif Aditya Chow.
May it please the court, I move that Timothy Arif Aditya Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Timothy Arif Aditya Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Thomas Harold Hilton Dodds.
May it please the court, I move that Thomas Harold Hilton Dodds be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Thomas Harold Hilton Dodds be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jade Michaela Ann Ernst.
May it please the court, I move that Jade Michaela Ann Ernst be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jade Michaela Ann Ernst be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yasmin Frost.
May it please the court, I move that Yasmin Frost be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yasmin Frost be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zai Ying Huang.
May it please the court, I move that Zai Ying Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zai Ying Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Patrick William Hughes.
May it please the court, I move that Patrick William Hughes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Patrick William Hughes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Janie Hurwitz.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Janie Hurwitz be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rachel Janie Hurwitz be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Muhammad Javed Jaffrey.
May it please the court, I move that Muhammad Javad Jaffrey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Muhammad Javad Jaffrey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mariah Jamal.
May it please the court, I move that Mariah Jamal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mariah Jamal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Simon Alistair Jansen.
May it please the court, I move that Simon Alistair Jansen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Simon Alistair Jansen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Corinne Fairley Johnson.
May it please the court, I move that Corinne Farley Johnston be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Corinne Farley Johnson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Raymond Brendan Jordan.
May it please the court, I move that Raymond Brendan Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Raymond Brendan Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Leonidas Kalymnios.
May it please the court, I move that my brother Leonidas Kalymnios be admitted as a lawyer in this honourable court.
Let Leonidas Kalymnios be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Amy Lee Kelly.
May it please the court, I move that Amy Lee Kelly be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Amy Lee Kelly be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anna Lydia Margaret Kunz.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter, Anna Lydia Margaret Kuntz, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anna Lydia Margaret Kuntz be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julia Claire Albina Lawford.
May it please the court, I move that Julia Claire Albina Lawford be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Julia Claire Albina Lawford be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lachlan Lisney.
May it please the court, I move that Lachlan Linsney be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lachlan Lisney be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Junyan Lowe.
May it please the court, I move that Junyan Low be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Junyan Lowe be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alessandra Kate Marshall.
May it please the court, I move that Alessandra Kate Marshall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Let Alessandra Kate Marshall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julie Heath McConaughey.
May it please the court, I move that Julie Heath McConaughey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Julie Heath McConaughey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Hope MacDonald.
May it please the court, I move that Emily Hope MacDonald be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Hope MacDonald be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Phyllis Wing Yan Mock.
May it please the court, I move that Phyllis Wingyang Mock be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Phyllis Wingyan Mock be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Laura Elizabeth Mullen.
May it please the court, I move that Laura Elizabeth Mullen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Laura Elizabeth Mullen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jayanthi Rachel Myla Butler.
May it please the court, I move that Jayanthi Rachel Mylabathula be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jayanthi Rachel Mylabathula be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Paul Gerard Newson.
May it please the court, I move that Paul Gerard Newson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Paul Gerard Newson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kevin Herbert Noble.
May it please the court, I move that Kevin Herbert Noble be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kevin Herbert Noble be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anna O'Rourke.
May it please the court, I move that Anna O'Rourke be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anna O'Rourke be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashini Divyang Patel.
May it please the court, I move that Ashini Divyang Patel be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ashini Divyang Patel be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Georgia Sardi.
May it please the court, I move that Isabella Georgia Sardi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabella Georgia Sardi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Sabu.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Sabu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rachel Sabu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Celine Marie Saker.
May it please the court, I move that Celine Marie Saker be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Celine Marie Saker be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Saleh.
May it please the court, I move that Sarah Saleh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Saleh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jonathan Robert Monday.
May it please the court, I move that Jonathan Robert Monday be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jonathan Robert Monday be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shepherd Shambira.
May it please the court, I move that Shepherd Shambira be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shepherd Shambira be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jenny Ashley Smith.
May it please the court, I move that Jenny Ashley Smith be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Jenny Ashley Smith be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashok Talpadi.
May it please the court, I move that Ashok Talpadi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ashok Talpadi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Benjamin William Turnell.
May it please the court, I move that Benjamin William Turnell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Benjamin William Turnell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Blake James Democritus Vallely.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Blake James Democritus Vallely, be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Blake James Democritus Vallely be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kerry Louise Wenburn.
May it please the court, I move that Kerry Louise Wenborn be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kerry Louise Wenborn be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kristen Lynn Westwood.
May it please the court, I move that Kristen Lynn Westwood be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kristen Lynn Westwood be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Connor Niall Wilson.
May it please the court, I move that Connor Wilson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Connor Niall Wilson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Elizabeth Jane Windier.
May it please the court, I move that Elizabeth Jane Windier be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Elizabeth Jane Windier be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Matthew Richard Wonders.
May it please the court, I move that Matthew Richard Wonders be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Matthew Richard Wonders be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Miao Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Miao Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Miao Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xiao Jing Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that Xiao Jing Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Xiaoxing Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those applicants whose admission has just been moved to stand and remain standing for the purposes of swearing an oath or making a declaration or affirmation. So please stand as directed by the officiating officer.
Thank you. Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand up? Matthew William Ambler, Carl Joseph Azar, Raymond Bazuni, Zoe Gwen Carter, Nachaya Chawipat, Yingxia Chen, Timothy Arif Aditya Chow, Thomas Harold Hilton Dodds, Jade Michaela Ann Ernst, Yasmin Frost, Ziying Huang, Patrick William Hughes, Rachel Janie Hurwitz, Muhammad Javad Jaffrey, Mariah Jamal. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand up? Simon Alistair Jansen, Corrine Farley Johnson, Raymond Brendan Jordan, Leonidas Kaliminios, Amy Lee Kelly, Anna Lydia Margaret Kuntz, Julia Claire Albina Lawford, Lachlan Lisney, Junyan Lowe, Alessandra Kate Marshall, Julie Heath McConaughey, Emily Hope MacDonald, Phyllis Wing Yan Mock, Laura Elizabeth Mullen, Dianthy Rachel Malabatula, Paul Gerard Newson. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Please say, "So help me God," or "I do." Thank you. Please sit down. And could the row in front of me please stand up? Yes. Thank you. Kevin Herbert Noble, Anna O'Rourke, Ashini Divyang Patel, Isabella Georgia Sardi, Rachel Sabu, Celine Marie Saker, Sarah Saleh. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Please say, so help me God, or I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the rows to my left please stand up? Jonathan Robert Munday, Shepherd Shambira, Jenny Ashley Smith, Ashok Talpadi, Benjamin William Turnell, Blake James Democritus Valeli, Kerry Louise Wenborn, Kristen Lynn Westwood, Connor Niall Wilson, Elizabeth Jane Windia, Matthew Richard Wonders, Miao Zhang, Xiao Jing Zhu. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, so help me God, or I do?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench today, to my right, is Justice Kuntz, Judge of the Equity Division of the Court, and to my left, Justice Williams, also a Judge of the Equity Division of the Court. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you, the newly admitted lawyers, to practice this morning. And we've done so sitting on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. And the court pays its sincere respects to elders, past and present, and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. This morning is one for great celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you have all worked to get here. It's a memory that never really leaves you. And I'm pleased also to welcome those with you in court today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family and friends will have been invaluable. And no doubt, they've also been on the receiving end of your finely polished or emerging skills of argument and persuasion. I encourage you to take the time to thank them this morning, depending on how good an advocate you are or have become. You might even convince them to shout you a long and civilised lunch or dinner to celebrate the occasion. Now, being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you join an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice dating back to the 12th century. And this court first admitted lawyers in 1824, nearly 200 years ago. And by 1830, the names of lawyers were entered onto the rolls of the state, as you will do immediately after this ceremony down in the foyer of the Supreme Court. And it's an acknowledgement of the weighty responsibility that we observe today's unique formalities, including the fact that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the profession, and by the fact that you have made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers. They are therefore all witnesses to the promises and undertakings you have made this morning. In terms of tradition and formality, you will see from some of the portraits on the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. Symbolically, that highlights the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. As to continuity of the rule of law, in a world in which there is much global uncertainty and insecurity, the rule of law is more important than ever. It's not simply a phrase of some theoretical import or some academic interest. The rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. And we know, looking around the world, there is nothing theoretical about those phenomena. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you, the newly admitted lawyers, in many different interesting directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation that you have made this morning is a serious one and deserves solemn regard, whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, in a Crown Law Office, a government department, legal aid, or in an entirely different field. You should be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice. And you must strive at all times to respect and uphold these cardinal values. Admission as a member of the legal profession is a privilege, it's not a right. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition of which I have spoken, not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. For example, the rapid technological shift brought about by the pandemic has had profound and ongoing implications for the way in which our legal system interacts with members of the community, and has also delivered greater workplace flexibility for practitioners, particularly those with family responsibilities and in regional and remote communities. But while the increased use of technology offers a number of advantages, the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer, I believe, is understanding people, how others react to different situations, how they perform under pressure, and how they deal with each other. As I said in my swearing-in speech as Chief Justice, whilst the remote practice of the law may be possible, it is far from desirable. Now, there are, of course, other changes in the practice of the law that deserve attention, in addition to those brought about by the pandemic. When we think of diversity of the legal profession, for example, we encounter the duality that we have, in many respects, come a long way in recent years, but that much still needs to be done. For example, although women were originally not even permitted to practice law in New South Wales, a remarkable thought, since 2018, women have made up more than half of the solicitors with a practising certificate in New South Wales and currently make up about 2/3 of the solicitors under the age of 30. And some of the most senior positions in the law in Australia are held by distinguished female lawyers, including the Chief Justice of the High Court, Chief Justices of Victoria, Queensland and the ACT, the President of the New South Wales Court of Appeal, the State Director of Public Prosecutions, and the Senior Public Defender, as well as the President of the Bar Association and the Law Society of New South Wales. But there should also be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community. The admission ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge 4 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That's a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn, as I've said, builds trust in and respect for both the judiciary and the legal profession. Shortly, I'll invite two young lawyers at the bar table who were in your shoes not so very long ago to say a few words of welcome themselves. But you should know that the legal profession is one rich with opportunities. But first, let me continue to give you a little bit of gratuitous advice. As a lawyer, you will often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools that you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We all make mistakes from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise that you must not make is to fall into the trap of giving your clients the advice you think that they want to hear. That will almost invariably not be good advice. Justice Gageler, before he became a High Court judge, said this. He said, "You must be prepared to give the same answer to the same questions for the same reasons, no matter who asks the question or for what purpose or in what context the asking may occur." That is, as we expect from Justice Gageler, very good advice indeed. Being a lawyer means that you are now an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator, and an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, please remember that you are not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but the law as it applies to people's lives. An individual in need of your services as a lawyer is in most cases an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, or health or financial position. For these reasons, you must always strive to deliver legal services sensitively, competently and fearlessly, yes, but always with courtesy and integrity. In this context, I wish to emphasise the importance of what some regard as an old-fashioned notion of civility. Aspects of the law, especially if you are involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. The practice of the law can be stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as regrettably it sometimes does. It's essential that you maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession and not a business. And remember this, the best advocates can and do make their points simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't entirely exclude myself from that observation. For a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible, and one of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, sometimes by deciphering legal complexities, other times by deciphering poor legal drafting, sometimes both. Strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your speaking. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you will feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. Now, that's often because lawyers will go the extra mile for their clients. They will want to make sure they're thoroughly prepared. They want to make sure that the advice is comprehensive, that their client understands all of the issues, etc. But it can be, as I say, and that's admirable, but it can mean that it can be a very all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing job. So you must work hard to try and keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it from time to time, as frankly we all have, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective, or suggest gently to your colleagues that they do so as well. Also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession, and in that context, let me now call upon the young representatives of the Bar Association and the Law Society to say a few words. Ms. Cordia, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Shipra Cordia, and I've been practicing at the bar for 5 years, predominantly in commercial and public law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops. It adapts to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job and that it allows me to give expert advice to and represent people in court and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you are interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website, and each year there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice, as what's known as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority. They meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support that you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a New Barristers Committee, which organises social and educational functions for barristers of 0 to 5 year call, like me, and a Diversity and Equality Committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is to attract the best people to become barristers regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual preference. Whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or the Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Mr. Nali Medine of the Law Society.
May it please the court. My name is Mohammed Nalimuddin, and not so long ago, I also stood where you are sitting here today. And what a day it is. You're here, being admitted to the Supreme Court roll, the final step at the end of a very long and at times very painful journey. And for that, you should all feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect, especially as a first-generation immigrant. It was not always easy. Often, it could be overwhelming. But I stand here today, after 2 years into my career, which at some times has felt like 10 and other times like 2 days. As a solicitor, I can tell you that I've already learned a thing or two. One of the most important things that I've learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and increasingly diverse community, and one to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with our 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, and our desire to connect and give back to our communities while always upholding the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That's why I have been a part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers branch for my entire career, the 2 years. Here I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance, and support when I needed it most, as well as having the opportunities and an outlet to advocate for important causes and join committees. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will also gain access to professional support, conferences and events, a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and a lot more. It is the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations to you all, and look us up or speak to your employer, or you can feel free to speak to me after this event. We look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nalamadine. Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, it's challenging, and it's satisfying. And it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people, such as those from whom we've just heard. You should be, as they have said, proud to be a lawyer and of your achievements to date. And you should remain proud to be a lawyer. It is a very important profession, and you are now a very important part of it. We wish you best for the exciting journey that lies ahead. And so on behalf of Justices Kuntz and Williams, and indeed all of our colleagues, the other judges of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, I once again congratulate you on your admission this morning and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.